2026 is shaping up to be a more business-friendly year. I think whilst we're still susceptible to some big shocks and there's some unknowns, largely a number of industry indicators are showing that we're going to be doing pretty well. We've got agribusiness that's absolutely booming at the moment. We've seen the sell down of businesses by Fonterra and that money flowing into our dairy industry and then on into the economy. And we're starting to see some growth in tourism and some of the feeder industries. So when we talk about mindset, it's how do we anticipate what's going to happen in a growth market? First and foremost, you've got to have a plan right.
The first thing we need to be able to do is to have clarity of what we're trying to be in the next 2 to 3 years, and has that changed at all? What's the first thing on the horizon that we're going to do if we start seeing the indicators for our sector that are starting to lift and be more buoyant? The tricky bit is many businesses burn out just as they're coming out of this tight market, and so it's not to be let ourselves swell or bloat. It's actually to remain lean for as long enough to be able to realize those profits and those gains, because we've got so efficient in a tight market that we now should realize more profitability as the work comes through. Growth sucks money, and so we need to be clear on what are we going to invest in, what talent do we need, when do we need that, what capabilities, equipments, what infrastructures might we need as we go into growth phase. How do we sweat the asset that we've got currently for as long as possible before we then need to make those next level of investments, and what's the timing of that look like?
I think the other thing is growth markets are a hell of a lot more fun. So, around culture and around your people, it's a real opportunity to, as you shift mindset, leverage that more positive future. People like to be part of a winning team and success, and where there's a feeling of growth as opposed to the challenge of doing more with less in a tighter market. I think whatever comes at us in 2026, and largely it's looking positive, I think the key thing is to remain agile. And I guess when you look at agility, it's that ability to look forward, to have some contingency plans so that whilst they may never play out, you can quickly adjust the plan and get ahead of it and move fast.
We anticipate strong growth in a good steady growth market. It's now for you to look at those indicators, time your response to that, and be able to lift out of it and realize the profits of all your hard work in the last couple of years in a tight market.